Hi everyone, this is SLKJDFD from the Unity community, and I'm going to be doing an update for you guys on Advanced Inventory System version 3. This update will cover crafting as well as some of the updates I've made to the GUI, which that part is very minor, and a slight description on how easy it is to make chests and other plugins for this system, because the system is plugin based. Let's just get started. I'm working on the editor script for the crafting system, so right now it's just a test build, but it is working. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to take one of my pre-made plants, and just display it for you. So for right now it's just a test. They won't see this in the game, in your projects. I have two pre-made crafting recipes. One is for green medicine, one is for red medicine. It displays a scroll view list of the requirements, so you can have literally as many requirements as you want, and it won't take much more than this space, and you'll just have a little scroll bar. These are grayed out because I don't have the current items in my inventory to craft these, and it will display the item's icon as well as its name right above there. So to make green medicine, we need a green plant, so I'm going to come over here, I'm going to close this window. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to come over where my plant is. I'm going to hit I. And there it is. Now when I hit this, this becomes ungrayed out as I am now able to craft it. So I'm now going to hit craft, and voila. I now have this item in my inventory. And I can drag it around all I want. So that's crafting in a nutshell. I will have a nice, easy-to-use interface for it, along with a search feature for items. So if you have like hundreds of items in your game, it'll be easy for you to find the items without having to scroll through a giant list. Just like how I did for the bag items, how you hit this, you get set change, you have a nice little search window. I'm going to do that for the crafting as well. Some minor things I did, not much with these has changed. These still work. I'm using two complex dialog boxes for this. One for the do you want to replace it, and one for the do you want to skip ahead or cancel the build. So we're just gonna no, it'll cancel it and won't build the prefabs. However, if you hit yes, it'll replace it. It'll ask you again and again and again for each item it comes up with. So, I don't want it to replace that, but yes, I do want it to continue. What yes to all does is it just says yes to everything, and it replaces them as such. So, that's a nice feature that I added for you guys. That's about it. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is how easy it is to make a plugin for my system. So player inventory is a plugin. It derives from inventory system. So all you gotta do is come over to your scripts folder, say create C# script. We're gonna call this chest script, and open it up. Now what we're gonna do is in the start folder we're going to say, oops, first we have to erase modern behavior and say AIS inventory system. Now we get access to a function called initialize inventory. And now we do need an update, but we're not going to put anything in there. Now on GUI, and now we're going to say update GUI. And now this will set up everything from the window size to all your, it'll initialize the entire inventory. Update GUI will draw everything on the screen that you need. This does not use buttons, it uses boxes with mouse positions. So you just gotta say if, well, first we need to say, how is the inventory system going to be opened? Well, let's just say if input dot get key down keycode dot e. Now we're going to say show inventory equals not show inventory. So if it's true, it'll set it to false. If it's false, it'll set it to true. Now we need a little iterator block called if show inventory. Oops, I'm sorry, if not show inventory. The exclamation point means not. So if it's false, we're just going to return and not continue forward with any of these other functions. Now what we're going to do is, now that we have it open, we need to specify how we want it to behave. And I've set up some really nice variables for you, so you can say if master controller script, it automatically gets this variable, you don't have to worry about it, dot clicks equals 1, which is how many mouse clicks you've entered. Okay. Then we're just going to say debug.log. First we're going to say if mouse column does not equal -1 and mouse row does not equal -1. Which basically means if your mouse is outside the inventory window, it registers as a -1. So now we're going to say debug.log inventory. This is just a short script for you guys. I'm not going to go into depth about making a really fancy system. So now what this script is going to do is when we click, it's going to, wait, we don't want that, sorry, we don't want to display that because there's no items in there. You'll probably get a null or an error. We're going to debug.log, we're going to display text. We're going to say mouse is over cell plus mouse column plus space x space plus mouse row. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create an empty game object. And then now we're going to go ahead and drag our test script over there. We're going to give it a size of, let's say, 6 by 4. And a unique ID of blah 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 blah. We're just going to call this chest. And now we're going to hit play. And now we're going to E. Hey, look at that. There's our chest. Now, I don't have it freezing the screen or whatever, but you can do that on your own. So now, I'm going to click this, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, so 0, 0, so now it's in column 0, but row 1, column 0, row 3, column 3, sorry, row 3, column 0. I'm sorry, it does it by columns and then rows. Sorry, so it's column 3, row 0, column 3, row 1, column 3, row 2, column 3, row 3, column 5, row 3, column 0, row 0, column 0, row 1, 0, row 2, 0, row 3, and 2. So that's what these functions give you, and I'm going to go into more depth later on after the system is released in the tutorial videos. But I'm out of time, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.